Hi guys, it's me, Just Limiting again, and for this video, I would like to talk about the Super Bowl 60 event or TV show. And I gotta admit, it was really awesome to see this, but it was a tad boring, I won't lie, probably because the Seahawks only won by 15 points against the Patriots. So it was kind of not a big win. It was a big win, but it wasn't the points weren't really that high, and which is kind of dull and a little uninteresting. And that being said, some of the commercials were actually pretty good. For example, they had the one with Disney and making the baby the baby Yoda, or I should say Rudo. That was pretty nice, as well as the Friends parody. That was pretty awesome. But yeah, I didn't really. I kind of missed the whole Budweiser thing. That might have been when I was in the bathroom or something, but it was kind of off. Maybe because it was a little bit earlier than I would have expected it to be. The game was something it starts for me at 6:30 in the afternoon, or at night. I mean, over there, we're playing probably somewhere 2:30 p.m. So it was a little bit earlier than I would have thought. So it didn't really feel like a good game, Most notably, I noticed that the good games usually start around 5 in the p.m. or 6 p.m. or something, for me. So it's kind of one thing that it usually starts around dusk for them. And another thing too was that I really enjoyed the halftime show, which I'll get into in a little bit. But I like the coin flip in the beginning of the whole show, because that was a coin flip, not whatever Donald Trump was doing. Oh, trust me, I'll get into him. I'll get into him a lot in this one, because that's going to be the only topic where he trying to mess around with. But yeah, the Seahawks won against the Patriots, so yay for that. That was a good weekend, boys. And yeah, more like go here, go there, and everything else. There were a few fumbles here and there, but for the most part, I didn't like it that much, because like I said, it was kind of dull and boring. I mean, there wasn't really that big of a, the Seahawks got we got in front of the Patriots at first, and then they kept the lead from then on. So there wasn't really that big of a, there wasn't that much tension in there. But there was a touchdown toward the end of the show where, with the Patriots sort of call up. They call up for rather than 20 points, it was 15 points. But it was still clear that the Seahawks will won that one. And it was actually pretty funny because 5 minutes left, 2 or 3 minutes left on the clock. It's so far behind. It's we just give up. There's no point in continuing the game. no use in prolonging the inevitable. That's it. No. As for the Halftime Show, I enjoyed the hell out of that show. It was so nice. It showed the culture of Puerto Rico with the grass fields and with the different food scenes that they had there. That was actually really something special. Although I found it very funny that they always had that they cut in like 6 feet tall grass for the show in a football field. Now that was really funny to me, like a cornfield maze. And then they had all the signals that they did. I mean, I'm assuming Puerto Rican, which nice with the women and the Puerto Rican. By the way, I gotta admit, when I was in college in Stony University, I was very popular among the Puerto Rican crowd. I have no idea why. I mean, I don't look Puerto Rican, but that was something funny. I find. I mean, when he was performing, when Bad Bunny was performing, I found it really interesting that he performed only in Spanish. I mean, I couldn't understand a word the man was saying, but still I was very entertained by it. By him and by the dances and stuff. And I found it interesting that he did the God Bless the USA at the end. Which, yeah, let me talk about that for a minute. Okay? Puerto Rico is part of the United States. It's territory. And I have no idea why Donald Trump doesn't just up and make that into a state on its own, rather than conquering somewhere else like Greenland or Cuba or Venezuela or Canada. You know, you got the territory right there. You know, automatically make that into a state if you want to. But no, because the people there are mostly brown people, he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to give a leg up to the brown people because of the way they ruin his image or something or other, which is really dumb. I mean, they are U.S. citizens. Puerto Ricans are U.S. citizens by default. There's no two ways about it. They're part of the United States, so therefore they are in the United States. And the U.S. citizens all the way through. So I don't understand why the president doesn't do that. I mean, this is not just something that Trump's got beef with, but other politicians before him have to. They could have done it under Obama. They could have done it under Bill Clinton. They could have done it under any number of presidents before Trump did. And that, like the way Bad Bunny spoke out with pride as to his Spanish heritage and its culture of Puerto Rico. And that was something really nice. I want to say that J-Lo is also Puerto Rican. I'm not 100% on that, but it will be fun to see that performance of another Spanish person there. I think that Bad Bunny chose the song properly because of he chose the song in Spanish because of what Trump did. Trump and his whole MAGA people say that he's not American, he's anti-American, he this, that, the other, all because he's Puerto Rican, because he's brown skinned. I say that's poppycock. He's just doing it just because he's a racist fuck. That's all he's doing it for. That and to get kind of attention from his MAGA base, saying that, I'm still with you guys. So don't think that I'm gonna allow this stuff to happen. Or this was drunk. And anyone that performs in the halftime show should sing it in American, damn it. That's what they do it. Now that being said, I love the way whenever a Mac person or a Fox News anchor hears something that Trump says, they automatically parody it. So basically, if Trump says Bad Bunny is not American because he's speaking predominantly in Spanish and is brown, the other people in Fox have to repeat the same thing over and over and over again ad nauseum, to the point that people actually believe this stuff about poor guy, about Bad Bunny. I don't know what his name is, but it's a Bad Bunny, which is very kind of sad. Also, I would like for Donald Trump to slip up once and say that I pooped myself, or I did bad things with young children and young girls and stuff like that. And then I would like to see the Republican Party and MAGA people and Fox network people say the same thing over and over again until people find out that he's a pedophile and a horrible person and this and that does thing too. Next thing you're gonna know, we're gonna be into bestiality as well. I don't know if that's not to say, but it won't surprise me at all. Also, another thing Trump did today or yesterday was when a bunch of athletes at the Winter Olympics were saying that I don't agree with everything that the government is doing without naming any names or anything like that, and they don't agree with the policies. We should all be nice to each other. We should all be cooperative with each other. And then Trump automatically thought it was an attack on him personally, his own views, calling everyone losers and stupid people and all this, all because they disagree with his policies. That's complete bug too, because he never mentioned any names, and he shouldn't be so defensive over something he's supposedly proud of. I have a lot of respect for Olympic athletes, whether they be men, women, whatever else. And, I'm proud to call myself an American for those people. And it's very American for them to actually speak out and say, I don't agree with my government policies, or I don't agree with this and that one and the other thing too. And it's very tyrannical for Trump to say otherwise. Anyway, another thing about Trump that he did this week was, not Trump in particular, but conservatives in general. They wanted so hard to protest against Bad Bunny that they decided to have an alternate halftime show with Kid Rock, the biggest musical kiss ass to Trump, maybe rivalry with Kanye West. But that was actually really stupid because Kid Rock is a washed-up habit. Nobody cares about his performances. Nobody cares about his dwindling popularity. Nobody cares about his alternate showing. If you're gonna have a Super Bowl thing, we want to pay attention to the Super Bowl, not to some half-wit guy that they did put in there because the president thinks that people would like him more. I think that's so stupid. Well, I find it really funny to note that one of the CPACs or something like that, like a big think tank for Republican Party members. They had Kid Rock on there doing the musical performance and all that, which I find very funny because like 90% of the Republicans in there didn't even know who the fuck Kid Rock even was. So you're booking an entertainment guy because you personally like him. That doesn't bode too well for him, for Trump. And if you can believe it, that's not the only thing that Trump did this time during the Super Bowl 60. He had to have his ice boys there, to try to influence the public and try to, I guess, throw on anybody that was an immigrant and stuff. No immigrant I know would ever go to the Super Bowl in person. They'll rather watch on TV for free rather than freezing their ass off and being like, I think it's $10,000 a ticket or something like that. But Trump's always gotta have his presence known, his influence known throughout the world, throughout the entire United States, even though they're not wanted anywhere. And the thing is that he himself didn't attend the Super Bowl, so they attended instead because he knew that he would get booed mercilessly by people in the crowd, and probably the team would do something against him to take a knee or something like that. So that was actually really good for him not to attend the meeting because he's trying to force his way down on throats, and people won't have it. Then he's trying to make himself. He's trying to force his popularity in a really big event like this, but no dice. It ain't working out so well for him. But thank goodness too. But I would love to see him get booed at this event, like he did at the World Series or something or other. I just love to see that. But I actually think that this, and probably the next year too, will be, it's the most political Super Bowl that we've ever had. Because Trump trying to force his way into our zeitgeist, our mental image, and our political / entertainment a sphere. People are gonna have it. And I can just see him right now trying to get good little hands on the Vincent Lombardi trophy. You know what I'm saying? It's my mind. The meanwhile, it's the teams. It's theirs. And just like when he invites, if he invites any Olympic athletes over to his the White House, he's gonna be like, okay, let me see whose medal can I take now? Who would mind if I use my sticky fingers on it? And then I'll probably pocket it and walk away with it. That if he doesn't end up pooping himself. So yeah, very good congratulations to the Seahawks. I'm sure they're gonna have a very good Valentine's Day this year. And I did enjoy some of the commercials, but for some reason it was just blah. I really didn't get any real big rise out of them, except Star Wars and the Friends parody with one of the football guys. I believe it, Eli Manning, or somebody like that. And that was the one with Joey and with now I know that I thought Jeff Aniston there. Matt LeBlanc, yeah, not LeBlanc. Blue Joey from Friends. RIP to Matthew Perry. I like him as Chandler in this show, Chandler Bacon. Fortunately, I think he would have taken the joke role if he was alive still. But yeah, I thank you for watching my video on Super Bowl 60. Thank you. It will be 61, I hope. It was fun to watch. And kind of I did this because I love the Super Bowl. And give this fan happy feast to people. Even though it was the most political of the bunch so far in my lifetime. And probably anyone's lifetime for that matter. Anyway, if you like what you hear and want to see more of my videos and such, you can subscribe to my channel, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also you can also get me you can also contact me for any future information on my videos. Call me or text me at 631-707-3707. Come follow me on Twitter or X at PMasterPro. Also, you can get me on my email at jjjunechannel@gmail.com. So, peace out, my brothers and sisters. I salute all the winners of the Super Bowl team. I salute people who like football and like the Super Bowl in general. And Mr. Bad Bunny. Mr. Bad Bunny from the Nightmare Before Christmas. And I'll see you girls and guys in the next video. Sayonara, Avinasan, I'll leave you to baby.